Why I don't know if you guys fall under this category of like skeptic of what's really going on. Like how the fuck did this George Floyd shit get so big? I mean, just back in 2016, Philando Castillo, this motherfucker was a teacher, man. He was a good dude, and he was shot, and he was a conceal and carry guy. You know, right in front of his girlfriend and her daughter. She was in the back seat. He was a registered firearm carrier. Like, why George Floyd? Is it because everyone's finally fed up, right? It's just now is the time. Now we finally had enough killings of black people, right? Is that what it is? Are the people finally boiled over so much that they're fighting for their rights, right? No, that's not what's happening. What's happening is this whole movement, right, is being pushed by a global public strategy firm. And I have proof of that. I didn't think I'd have proof because when I first got the email that came through and it was like, hey, do you want to be a part of George Floyd's memorial services? Sign up here. That link is dead now. I'll post a picture of that link, but it's dead now. And I have email confirmation that this company, who I'm going to reveal right now, that they've been handling the George Floyd memorial services. And if you're anything like me, I like to do a little bit of my own research, and I did a little bit of digging into this company. Not a single thing on their website mentions anything about handling funeral arrangement services, memorial services, nothing. Not a single fucking thing. Well, here's confirmation just so you guys know that I'm not full of shit, that I'm real, this is honest. This is the same email that I told you guys to reach out to me in that how to buy THC, Delta 8 THC in all 50 states. jlundtube@gmail.com. I'm not hiding anything. I got nothing to hide. So here we go, motherfuckers. So if you look here, it says, here's me, JDHD, bada bing, bada boom. Lefts are rights when you're looking at the camera. So who do I talk to about getting a media pass for the memorial service? You guys are handling this. Oh, sorry. You guys are handling this, right? And Savannah Farrell says, that is correct. I can pass your contact information to our team for approval. Thank you, Savannah. And Savannah works for this company called Mercury LLC. So I don't think anybody watching this video knows anything about Mercury LLC. I sure as hell didn't know anything about Mercury LLC. But the one thing I do know is that just like mercury, like the poison or the element, it's bad for you, right? That's bad for you. So is this public strategies firm. Let me name off a couple of things that they put on their website, their claim to fame, and then you have to ask yourself, why are they handling George Floyd's funeral services or memorial services? Why them? Why not a local black memorial service company? Like why not even just a local? Like skip the whole black shit, right? Maybe make it Puerto Rican, maybe like, Indian, some other brown motherfucker. I don't know. I'm saying this as I'm a quarter black. I should qualify. And I hate that I fucking have to do this in this 2020 bullshit America. I'm a quarter black, I'm a quarter Puerto Rican, and I'm half white, all right? This motherfucker right here is my dad. His birthday is May 25th, which is the same day that George Floyd was kneeled on. Conspiracy? I don't know. Not really. I don't think it's a conspiracy. I actually just learned my dad's birthday because I looked that motherfucker up every Father's Day just to see what he's up to, because unfortunately this cocksucker is a stereotype, all right? And he's a absentee father who beats on women and he just does drugs all day. So, he's a good guy. He gotta... Thanks, Mom. For real, because, without you fucking that dirty motherfucker, I wouldn't be here. So let's just name a few of their prized claims. So here's what they've this is their proven success, their track record. I'll just pick a couple. I don't need to read them all. You guys can go to the website. You guys can go check it out. It's mercuryllc.com. So what they're really big into is apparently it's like politics, giant acquisition, merging, and media. That's like their big thing. So let's see here. It says developed a successful strategy for global automaker to keep unions out of the United States. What? I thought this is the company who was handling George Floyd's funeral arrangements. What's going on? Why would they be claiming that they want to keep unions out of the United States? What's going on? They passed healthcare tort reform in Florida, Texas, and California. Jesus, okay. Guided Republican wins in Democratic states. Christie, Pataki, Schwarzenegger. Defeated sophisticated activist investors on behalf of medical tech company board of directors. So they're pro the big guy. You know what I mean? Like they're company men. They make sure the companies stay afloat. They don't give a fuck about the people. Meanwhile, they'll create ads and they'll create campaigns that are digestible for the people. They know how we feel. We kind of wear our feelings on our sleeves. They just plug right into our socials and they see what everyone's doing and they're reacting in real time live and they're coming up with strategies to deal with it. That's why things just kind of just are so breezy. You know what I mean? Like one day it's this, one day it's that, today it's this, today it's that. And it's like nothing is consistent. What is going on? And it just, when you start to learn that like the Black Lives Matter is just kind of a front for the DNC, it's just a money grab for the Democratic Party. The Act Blue, that's where that's where all the money's going. You're like, what the fuck? Yo, Black Lives do matter, but fuck that organization. Like let's create a different one. What? They basically took a phrase, and if you don't agree with the company, people think you don't agree with the phrase. It just reminds me, it's some shit that a communications strategy company would come up with. It just reminds me so much of, there's just a lot of twists of words. That's just what these people do. And I'm not going to get into that. That's not what this video is for. I'm going to stay on track. So here are their capabilities. This is what their claim to fame is, other than their victories and what they've claimed that they've helped people do. I'll read the 13 capabilities that this company claims to be able to do. So these are the 13. So advocacy advertising, crisis management, digital, financial communications, government relations, grassroots coalition building, ding, 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 Hispanic communications, international affairs, mergers and acquisitions, political consulting, public affairs campaign management, political opinion research, and strategic media relations. Ladies and gentlemen, they have deployed an amazing political strategy campaign, and everybody's emotions are being used against them. Our emotions are being hijacked. And why? It's because of companies like Mercury LLC. They're running campaigns, and we just think it's organic. We thought some guy came up with it, and I'm like, whoa, like how did everybody know what to write on all the walls? Like, because I was down at the George Floyd thing, and everybody had like the same thing. It was like, fuck 12, ACAB, like all of these same exact, like, it almost seemed coordinated, to be honest with you. But let me actually read the capabilities of what. Let's dive a little deeper. So I read the 13 out loud. Let me dive in and just see what these things actually mean. Okay? Maybe in here somewhere it'll mention memorial services for dead people. You know, I don't know. We'll see though. Maybe it's under crisis management. Let's click crisis management. Let's see what crisis management has to say. Mercury manages crisis solutions in a magnitude of ways. I actually misread all of that sentence because I'm hyped right now. I'm sweating. Look at that shit, yo. Look at that shit. I'm nervous. But on the surface, I look calm and ready to drop bombs on Mercury LLC. So their crisis management tab says, Mercury manages crisis situations in a multitude of industries through transparency, honesty, relentlessness, and speed. We deftly craft strategies that put our clients ahead of rapid political and regulatory changes, competitors, critics, and changes in the external environment. Styled from the highest level political campaigns and our own experience in running and covering those campaigns. Our crisis management is based on what will work, without guessing. We monitor how our clients are being talked about in real time across multiple platforms and develop timely, effective response plans to deal with negative news and information. You guys, I think we're being hoodwinked. I think we're being tricked. I think we're being fucked over. I really, 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 really do. I think they're using our emotions against us. I'm very pro-black people. I'm very pro the movement, but I'm not pro-Black Lives Matter, and motherfuckers will call you racist if you're not that, if you're not what they want you to be. There's some weird fascist shit going on, you guys, and I'm not sure who to talk to. I'm not sure how to get this conversation going. I'm relying on you guys to get this conversation going. Seriously, silence is deafening. So, like, speak up. Like, talk to people. Be like, yo, I think this shit might be being handled by a public strategy firm. I have proof. Look at this guy's video. He has an email exchange that shows that they're handling the George Floyd memorial services. Come over here. Check out what they've done for people in the past. Check out what they claim to be doing for people currently. Do you see anything that handles memorial services for people? Oh, either do I. Holy shit, let's start clicking into what they actually do. It is insane. I want you guys to go here on your own, mercuryllc.com. Look at their experts, look at their culture, look at their capabilities. This is a sinister company, you guys. They're anti-union, they're anti-people, they're anti-humans. They're pro-money, pro-mergers, pro-acquisitions, pro-big government, taking over, big corporations taking over. It's all commingled, all in the same house. You've got media relations, you've got government relations, and military relations. Military relations, government relations, and media relations. And they're all working together to push whatever agenda it is. And in this case, they're trying to get people to vote for two candidates that nobody fucking wants. Seriously, nobody wants. I will never, ever vote for Joe Biden. I just paid off my student loans, so I'm not in the group of people that he tried to fuck over, but I'll never vote for him based on principle. He made it so you can't file bankruptcy and get rid of your student loans. Do you know how crippling people's student loans are? You know how many people are out of work right now? They bought into this American dream. They went to college, they did all that they were supposed to do. They graduated and they can't find a fucking job. So they're just sitting there with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Made up shit. Made up money. And you can't discharge that debt. Ever. Thanks, Biden. Luckily, I was able to pay mine off in just a few years, but that's not the case. I don't fight for my interests. I fight for regular people's interests, public interests. I might have to run for office, man. Then I can't be honest on here with you folks. I can't make videos about where to buy THC. But apparently, I've been getting a lot of emails, so I don't know. There's a lot of people who are into THC. Maybe there needs to be another Green Party revolution. I don't know. I don't even know what I've clicked on. Let's click on grassroots coalition building. Mercury manages an unmatched network of over 500 bipartisan political operatives. So they're on both sides of the political party here, pushing whatever agenda necessary. They don't give a fuck as long as that agenda just keeps on going, as long as the people stay divided and they're just out there. They're not looking into who's pushing this agenda. They don't know where any of this started. As long as you just keep going. Keep on keeping on. Keep consuming. Keep rioting. Wear your mask. Shut the fuck up. And don't look into anything we're doing. So it says Mercury manages an unmatched network of over 500 leading bipartisan political operatives in every congressional district in all 50 states, vetted after every election cycle and continually measured for effectiveness. What the fuck does that mean? I'm trying to get a job here just to see what all this stuff is, man. I'm so curious. Through close coordination with our strategic media, digital communications, and government relations teams, Mercury develops and executes comprehensive outside games that elevate our clients' issues and enhance their brands in DC and across the US. Yo, that's why all of this shit is tied to Go Vote. Go Vote. These are the outside games that they're talking about right now as we're experiencing them live right the fuck now. All of it. And people really think that they have the power right now. They don't. Everything is being controlled by these strategy PR firms, these communication firms. It's a joke. You guys, we're being hoodwinked. We're being tricked. And yes, Black Lives Matter. We need to change some laws, folks. We need to make weed legal. My dad he's in jail for weed and beating people. But that's not the point. For weed. He went there for weed, yo. Do you know how many families across the country are broken up because their fathers are in jail for a fucking plant that grows in the ground? My next video, I'm going to show you motherfuckers how available weed is everywhere. Everywhere. I live in Minnesota. It's the worst fucking climate to grow this shit. It's everywhere here. And yet it's illegal. And then they can lock motherfuckers up. 1% of the population is in jail, you guys. One out of 100. That's fucking nuts. You're telling me that if I go back to high school, right? I take 3 different classes, right? I think there was like 33 to 35 people in each class when I was in high school. If I did 3 different periods, you're telling me that of those 3 periods, one of these cocksuckers, because, I'm going to assume there's 35 people in one class, there's 70, people now that I've come across with in my second class, and if I go to my third class of the day, I've been in contact with roughly 100 people. So of those 3 classes, you're telling me that one of the students would have been in jail. I don't believe that. I mean, I do believe it, but I don't know. It's like, who are they locking up? I don't know anybody who's in jail. And I went to a school for thousands of people. So if 1 out of 100 people, where are these people at? Oh yeah, they're in underserved, impoverished areas. That's where they are. And by the way, it's not just black people in jail. There's a ton of fucking white people in jail too, guys. This is a class thing. This is not a race thing. I grew up on Section 8. Okay? I knew a lot of people who grew up on Section 8. It wasn't just black people. It was everybody. All of us. And we commiserated together. We got along together. So anyway, this Mercury LLC, you guys need to give them a look. This company is handling the memorial services, or I should say they handled the memorial services, and I think there's some sketchy shit going on, and I don't know what to do with this information. Please help me out. Take a look. Leave in the comments. Tell me what you find. I need some fucking bodies on this shit, dude. And one last thing. Before I get out of here, I want to talk about, like genuinely, man. Like, there's a lot of people who are upset right now. A lot. And I get that. Rightfully so. Be upset. Fucking tear down the fucking system. If you're gonna tear down the system, do it right, okay? You don't burn your fucking house. You don't burn your only grocery store down, okay? You don't burn it down. I don't care if it's even a corporation. You don't burn it down. What you do is you get into politics and you start making some real changes. And I've outlined some changes that I think would help black families across America right now. I think it would help Americans across the country right now. I don't give a fuck about your skin color. I'm a humanist. So, that being said, the very first thing I would do is you make marijuana illegal and you decriminalize all drugs. Seriously. Where are we at? Like, people who do heroin, they need help. They need a fucking hug, dude. And probably a little hit of heroin so they don't die. And then we'll figure out a program for those people, man. We need some compassion in our hearts. What is going on? Where are you going to get the money for that? Well, you got to repurpose the defense budget. So we'll get into that. I would immediately say that we need, so that's the first thing. Just drugs. Boom, boom. You don't defund the police. You defang the police, okay? You need funding because these cocksuckers need more training. When you defund the police, you're going to get worse police officers. So the next thing I would say to do is you get rid of the NDAA, which is the National Defense Authorization Act, okay? And everything is always like for defense in this country. The illegal spying. Oh, it's so terrorists don't get us. Oh, okay. I would get rid of Citizens United. Citizens United is it's all the big money, like those super PACs, all the money in politics. You delete the money. So it's like make it, individual donors only. So a bunch of people can't put in a bunch of random money and then give it to some guy, corporate money. You can't, just get rid of Citizens United. If you're not familiar with it, look into it. I can only, that's not what this video is. This is just quick bullet points. If you guys want me to break this stuff down, I can, make another video. No problem. But I would get rid of the 1996 Communications Act. Okay, thank you, Bill Clinton. And what this act did is it made it so media companies can become media conglomerates, and then they can control all the information from one house. It used to be that you can only own one or two or three media outlets. Now that's not the case. That's why we only have like three different owners. You know what I mean? In terms of who owns the media. Like if you look into who owns the media, it's definitely less than 10 people. 100%. So let's start breaking up all these big media giants, and then have so people can have their own opinions and have their own thoughts, so it's not just one fucking guy telling you how to feel. Yeah, it also made it so the internet is a monopoly. So if you have an issue with Comcast being the only internet provider where you live, you're pro getting rid of the 1996 Communications Act. So am I. The second to last thing, Patriot Act, which is kind of like the NDAA. You get rid of that. You get rid of the spying on people. You just get rid of all that shit, guys. And then also the Smith-Mundt Act, which Obama passed in 2012, which essentially makes propaganda legal. So I don't know, guys. Are we really trying to make change, or are we just trying to be heard and like be virtuous? Like, come on, guys. We need some real fucking solutions here. I get it. Black Lives Matter, but we need to have some solutions. And every time I've gone out there, I have proof. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos and gigs of videos and thousands of pictures of me at the protest. I'm in it, guys. I'm with you. But the one thing that I notice is that no motherfucker knows why they're out there. They just kind of joined a thing and they agree with it. That's it. There's no real leadership. There's no real guidance. There's no real proposals being made. And you know why? It's because you've got these fucking advocates, these grassroots coalition building, these operatives in every congressional district in all 50 states, vetted after every election cycle and continually measured for effectiveness. That's what's going on, guys. We've got motherfuckers on the ground starting shit and no one really knows, and we're just kind of like doing our thing. Thinking we're making change. Yeah, we're making change. Black Lives Matter. Yeah. But how much do they matter? How much? How much do they matter? Tell me. Yo, and check this shit out. Check these motherfucking racist motherfucking cocksuckers out. Check this movement out. You take a guy like me. My dad is black, right? I should say my dad is half black. He's half black. He's half Puerto Rican. And let's say he decides, fuck that. Let's restart. Let's restart. Let's say you have a black dude and a white woman, right? And these two people, they have a child, right? That child is half black, half white. Boom. Easy peasy breezy, right? Black Lives Matter, right? They matter if you're half black, for sure. Definitely, right? But let's say that half black kid decides, hey, I'm like everybody else, so I'm going to marry somebody who's like my mom. And he decides to marry and procreate with a white lady. So you have a half black dude and a fully white chick. Boom, another fucking baby comes out. That baby looks like me, motherfuckers. It looks like me. Am I too white? Like if tomorrow there's a race war, I don't think they're letting me in. I don't think so. Do I have to bring my 23andMe everywhere I fucking go? Do I gotta bring a picture of my dad and be like, yo, look at us. Look at our noses. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is me. That's me. But this is also me. That's me. That's me. And our grandfathers are the same. They were all in shackles. I'm sorry, I didn't get to pick who created with who, but all I know is there's a lineage down my line that's the same as the lineage down your fucking line, all right? And it just leaves this weird gray area for mixed folks, especially really mixed folks, because I got 3 races in me, dude. I think just lives matter, guys. Lives matter. It's not black, it's not white, it's not Puerto Rican. It's just we fucking matter, and we need to detach from this bullshit system. We're being tricked. Mercury LLC is using our livelihood. We all want change. Everybody. That's not even up for fucking debate. But they're creating these movements and they're creating these brands. And if you don't follow that brand, that means you're against all black people. You can be against Black Lives Matter and still love black people and still want to be for them and still want to make change for them. So let's start making proposals. Let's start doing this shit, you guys. Let's start pushing the envelope. Let's start actually making some fucking moves instead of just burning up our only grocery store. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm mad. I'm sweating. Look at this shit, man. I'm upset. I'm upset that this is the America that we live in. I'm upset. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be like a nice, cheery video, and I'm supposed to expose this and show you guys and put it together in a nice, presentable way, and I don't think I did that, but I think I at least got you guys looking into the looking glass, and I'm glad that you guys are able to be privy to the information that I have now. I've been sitting on this shit for like 3 fucking weeks, man. I don't know who to tell or what to do with it, but basically it has been confirmed that Mercury LLC has been handling the George Floyd memorial services, and that is not listed at all on their website. Check their website out if you don't believe me. It is mercuryllc.com. I have been your host, Julian. That was my episode of JDHD. Next time I won't be so scatterbrained. Next time I promised you I'm going to make the video about how readily available marijuana is in all parts of the country, specifically Minnesota. Just if you're walking out and you just look for it, oh shit, there's a plant. Oh, it's that easy. So I'll show you guys where to look, how to do it, and yeah. Until next time, please like, subscribe, dislike, leave a comment, do whatever. Call me crazy, call me retarded, I don't care. Let's have a discussion. I'm not going to be offended. I'm not going to cancel you. Send me an email, jluntu@gmail.com. This has been JDHD. Fucking Mercury LLC, man.